hey, if you're trying to buy an individual ticket in Richmond or Virginia Beach and you couldn't, you can now. So go to jimmydorecomedy.com. There's a link for tickets if you're in Virginia Beach or Richmond. Individual tickets now available. You can buy single tickets. Elon Musk, look at this. It's back on. His deal is back on. He's going to close $44 billion to buy Twitter on the original terms, says a person familiar with the matter. Well, I'm glad they worked it out. Right? And I guess what they were waiting for, Elon had to agree not to fuck around with any of their secret government bot programs.
Oh, is that the holdup?
I just assume that was the holdup. I can't prove
a little bit. Yeah, I can't prove it, but it just seems like probably.
By the way, Twitter confirmed receipt. So he sent them a letter. Elon sent a letter to Twitter saying, "Hey, let's go do with the deal." They said they got the letter, and the transaction it's going to be at $54.20 a share. So apparently, I should not have sold my shares of Twitter.
I know. That's why I don't play the market. I don't.
God. Ben Collins says Elon Musk got embarrassed on Twitter yesterday by a lot of. So why is he doing this? Why did Elon Musk turn? So according to Ben Collins,
his reporting's amazing. By the way, yeah. Guy's great, Ben Collins. I don't know if you follow him. Really?
According to Ben, he got 23,000 likes on this. Who are you to disparage this?
Oh, I don't.
And none of those are bots, but so what? Elon Musk got embarrassed on Twitter yesterday by a lot of the Western world. And continuing this lawsuit would have meant releasing more private text. Now, I'm not familiar with this. Do you know about this, Kurt? Or
some private text came out, but the second part of it is why I'm.
So here's the second part. Let's read the second part. There's always a desire to over-intellectualize the decision-making of the richest guy in the world, but don't overthink this, says Ben Collins. So he's saying that he's just decided to go ahead with a $44 billion purchase because they released some of his private text.
You're overthinking it. That's why I respect Ben Collins, a reporter who makes me not think. He's one of the people whining that he was going to buy it in the first place because Trump might get back on. He's on MSNBC all the time. He's a real Pod Save America regular.
Oh, no.
Okay, that's all you had to say.
Yeah, all right. I should have just started with that. So every one of his takes is the worst. And so for him to just be throwing this out like, oh, he probably just going to be a bad. No, moron. He's some guy that's in on it. You know what I mean? Like, he's awful. He's really awful.
But you're thinking too much about this.
I am.
You're overthinking it.
I should listen to the words of Ben Collins.
Ben Collins was he was the same dipshits telling us to be scared of this.
Yeah, right. I got all worried that Elon was going to cause fascism with Twitter.
That's right. By not censoring. You know how fascists are famous for not censoring. But by the way, I don't think Elon Musk is going to bring in an era of not censoring.
Yeah, that's why the deal can go through.
That's why the deal went through.
We just had to make sure.
Yeah, so I had my fingers crossed too, but I looked into it like for about 3 seconds, and I realized that Elon Musk is not going to stop censoring because he won't even mention Julian Assange's name.
I realized the day that we had Misty on.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Yeah, well, what is all this about Twitter that no one cares about? Why isn't Mr. Free Speech billionaire and they only got $2,800 for the most important thing?
So this guy is all about free speech. I mean, Elon Musk, but he won't mention Julian Assange. And he won't give some money to Misty to go do their Julian Assange thing. He's the billionaire who should be funding all that, right? Yeah. He's the guy who's supposed to be free speech. So it's a big head fake. He's not for free speech. He's for certain speech.
They're all the same. I mean, it's all it's like picking a billionaire to back is like picking a president. You're a chump if you think they're going to fix it.
Twitter sued Mr. Musk to follow through with his agreement to buy the company after he tried to back out of the deal in July. He accused Twitter of fraud, saying the company misrepresented the condition of its business, including the number of bots on its platform. Twitter countered that he was looking for a way out after the share price dropped along with the rest of the market. Huh. So wait, how come when they were trying to force him to buy it, all the Ben Collins of the world weren't saying, good for you, Elon, back out of the deal. We don't want you to buy Twitter. Why weren't they saying that?
Because they're just absolute because he's a bot. Because Ben Collins is a bot. He's pretty obvious.
Twitter has been adamant that Mr. Musk was obligated to close the deal on its original terms, and legal experts from the beginning expected that the company would prevail at trial. But Mr. Musk had the challenging task of proving that Twitter misled him to such an extent that the value of the company is drastically below what he agreed to pay for it. Well, I don't know which legal experts were saying that, but I'm guessing up to 80% of them are bots.
Yeah, what do you want to bet? The challenging task of proving Twitter misled him. He actually succeeded.
Yeah.
Then it got awkward because he discovered the stuff that we have to help our freedom-loving Ukraine and etc. And that was the awkward. Now they've worked it out. That's what if I had to bet, that's what I bet on. But I did sell Twitter stock, so maybe I don't know.
Still, even the small risk of Mr. Musk prevailing would weigh heavily on a public company like Twitter, and many analysts and investors expected the two sides to strike a settlement agreement ahead of or during the trial. The majority of such cases do, often with a slight price cut, but it is exceedingly unusual for a buyer to offer to close a deal on its original terms ahead of such a trial. Exceedingly unusual? Wait, should I or should I not overthink Elon Musk thinking it over? I don't know.
It's so unusual that it's, I would say, something fishy about it.
So here is, do you remember this when it first came out? So this is
the rapidest lawyer in town on MSNBC.
This is Ari Melber. Look how upset he is that Elon Musk is going to not he's threatening to not censor. That's all he's doing. Believe me, he's going to. But he was just threatening. Look at what Ari Melber does. This is what's called a cell phone, because he thinks he's describing something that's going to happen in the future, but he's actually describing the situation we have currently at Twitter and all our social media programs, and he's pretending that it's something that might happen.
Well, that's
when it's happening.
That's a good lawyer. He knows.
So he knows. Yeah. Watch this.
If you own all of Twitter or Facebook or what have you, you don't have to explain yourself.
You mean like now?
What?
You mean like now? The guys who own Twitter and Facebook, they don't have to explain themselves.
They may not be accountable anymore.
Yeah, now they might not be accountable.
If you own all of Twitter or Facebook or what have you, you don't have to explain yourself. You don't even have to be transparent. You could secretly ban one party's candidate or all of its candidates, all of its nominees, or you could just secretly turn down the reach of their stuff and turn up the reach of something else, and the rest of us might not even find out about it till after the election.
You mean the system we have right now? You mean like how they censored Hunter Biden's laptop until after the election? You mean like that? You mean like all that crazy shit that you guys were saying on Twitter and Facebook about Russians? You mean it is all bullshit?
This is more of a lesson of how stupid an MSNBC dedicated viewer is, more than, because there's no way that he can't be thinking of that. Everyone's talking about the Hunter Biden thing, and he's actually like, they don't know anything. They watch MSNBC.
This is amazing. Is there more to this, or is that the end?
Elon Musk says this is all to help people because he is just a free speech, philosophically clear, open-minded helper. If you own all of Twitter or Facebook.
But ladies and gentlemen of the jury, why you make it? He's doing his closing argument for.
He was. He's just a helper, as opposed to the guys who run it now. You mean the Saudi Arabians who run Twitter now, Ari?
Ari also failed to mention why not make it a utility.
Yeah, why
he
not?
Doesn't really want to delve into that solution.
That's right.
I mean, because he's also describing MSNBC, all of them.
That's right.
Accountable to anything. I get this guy, Danny Savalos, who's a lawyer at some MSNBC, and I watch his clips on there. And I've had him on my show, totally honest guy that does Innocence Project work with his wife in his spare time. And when they have him on, his legal opinion is always not like the one that, because he's just being sincere about the law. And I can't wait to track, because Danny's nice. He won't go along, but I'm going to make him sit and listen to me trash his scumbag when he comes on again. Actually, don't tell him I said that.
Is that former comedian Danny Ceballos? Or is that
no, he's a lawyer.
Oh, okay.
He's like this, just a good guy that he'll go on and give honest, and it really sticks out when he does it. You're like, why is he on MSNBC?
So everybody was saying that Elon Musk was afraid to be deposed in this lawsuit, and that's why he caved. I don't know why he caved like that. That seems weird that he would just
They
cave.
discovered, and plus we just did that article that 80% of the bots or things are bots, which so he must have discovered the whole thing, and now the people, because how is Twitter even staying around if it's like that?
I don't know.
So that's where they worked it out. And then I'll bet you Elon, here's all my Sam Tripoli tinfoil hat talk. I'll bet you Elon, when he put his Ukraine needs to go be peaceful this way now, I'll bet you that was a good cover to show he's not, and then they can all yell at him and it'll be okay because we control the bot. That's my guess, but I'm cynical.
So yeah, he said something about we should have a peace agreement in Ukraine.
Yeah, the thing we've all heard and knew for a long time, but normies, I guess you call them, don't know. I don't know what you call the people that don't know anything, but then it's like,
Americans.
She said what? They should have a peace thing? That's not even a controversial thing.
I would call them voters.
Yeah, I didn't know we go to no information voters from the...
Hello information.
Yeah, we got to turn the knob down on that information.
We're doing stand-up comedy in Virginia Beach, Richmond, Virginia, Arlington, Virginia, San Jose, California, Miami, Florida, West Palm Beach, Denver, Palm Springs, Austin, Texas. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all the tickets. And while you're there, join our premium program. You get to see my new stand-up special coming out.